Hi, I'm Reese, a designer with the Quilted Cow, and today I'm going to show you how to make strippers on the coast. But before we get started, I'd like to thank our sponsors, Husqvarna, Viking Sewing Machines, Creative Grids, Rulers, Mats and Cutters, and the beautiful Wilmington prints that I will be using today. Let's get started. I just love strippers on the coast. It's beginner friendly and the project you can do with your kids. You can get kits on our website at thequiltedcow.com. It comes with the pattern and all the fabric that you will need for this project. Okay, let's get started. First, you will cut your fabric to size. This one is a bit smaller. My strips are smaller just so I could show you on the video, but you will cut them to size by your width of fabric. So you will have 42 inches long of fabric. Let's scoot these up a little bit so you can see them a little better. And then what we're going to do is we're going to fold this right sides together on that first two strips. We're going to sew 1/4 inch down this line. Let's do that and I'll be right back. Okay, I have sewn the first two rows together. Here's what it looks like. And we are going to press that open. I always like to press my strips all going the same direction when doing strippers on the coast. Then you are going to continue attaching the next row using a 1/4 seam allowance. And you'll continue doing that all the way down until you have all 5 strips attached. I'm going to finish attaching all my strips and I'll be right back. Okay, I have attached all 5 rows together and we're just going to press those open together. Again, I like to have them pressed all the same direction. Just seems to lay a lot flatter that way. Okay, next, you will want to use a square ruler. This one's a Creative Grid one, which is really great because it has grippers on the back so it won't move. And we're gonna measure 5.5. I recommend a 5.5 inch ruler. This one is a little bit bigger, so I'll show you how to use a bigger ruler if you don't have a 5.5 inch one. You're gonna wanna take your 5.5 inch, not quite to the edge, but just a little bit, maybe 1/4 inch away from the edge of your fabric. And then you're going to want to cut. Okay, then rotate your fabric. And if it's easier, you can just line up your 5.5 by 5.5 inch. This is if you don't have a 5.5 inch ruler. 5.5 inch square. Okay, and you can continue doing this all the way down your strip of fabric. But since we got the one done, we're going to set that aside. Now I'm going to show you how to attach the backing. We're going to take some fusible interfacing and we are going to iron it on to the wrong side of your square. Give it a nice, good press. Fusible interfacing is great because it makes everything stick together so it won't move. And then we're going to want to flip that back over, move this to the side, and you're going to take your backing piece and put it right sides together on your square. And then you're going to stitch 1/4 inch around each side of your square, but you're gonna leave like a 2-inch gap so we can turn it right side out. All right, I'm gonna go sew that and I will be right back. We'll just I have sewn a 1/4 inch all around each side. And now, as you can tell, I left a little bit of an opening here, and we are going to flip that right side out. But before, we want to kind of take some of the bulk away in the corners. So we're just going to trim off with scissors, just cut a little bit off each corner to cut down that bulk. And then let's flip this right side out. You want to make sure you press those corners out really well. You can use a pin or even some little scissors like this to get them pointed out. Just make sure you don't press too hard because you will poke a hole in it. Okay, all right, that looks good. And now we're going to give it a good press. Everything lays flat. Once we've had it pressed, you see that we have this opening still. We want to fold that in 1/4 inch like that. So you have a nice seam there. And then we're going to stitch all the way around 1/8 inch this time. Okay, I have sewn all the way around each edge using 1/8 inch seam. And here is your Strippers on the Coast. Again, you can get these kits on our website, thequiltedcow.com. Like and subscribe below. Thank you so much for watching.
Okay, you wicked cool quilters, good job. You made it to the end. We would like to thank our sponsors, Husqvarna Viking Sewing Machines, Creative Grids, rulers, rotary cutters, and mats, and Wilmington Prints for the beautiful fabrics. Thanks for watching.